Hi everyone. Nice to see you all. Just give everyone a couple more minutes just to make sure that they're all online. So we'll get underway shortly. All right, just one more minute and we'll get the ball rolling. Okay, I think that's enough time for everyone now. How you all doing? My name is Phil Crock. I'm the New South Wales and ACT sales manager here at Anker SOLIX. So it's nice to see you all. Some familiar names in the group so far. Um, like to start by welcoming you all here, and thank you for taking your time this afternoon to learn a little bit more about Anker Solix and the X1 product. So I want to start by going through a bit more about Anker as a whole. This is a company that has a long and storied history in terms of the products that they are manufacturing across a wide range of industries. And if we take a look at that a little bit further, if we want to dive into Anker as a business, uh, Anker is actually the world's number one mobile charging brand. So if you're online and you're looking to purchase additional hardware for your mobile phone, whether that's an Apple or an Android device, Anker is the go-to for those products across multiple uh, consumer goods sites like eBay, Amazon, and also in stores like JB Hi-Fi, Harvey Norman, and Bunnings as well. And what you see with that is all the products themselves that you can buy as a consumer are of a high quality. They feel really nice and they're really, really well made. Um, One of the other things that we're quite proud of is Anker Solix is actually the world's number one plug and play balcony system brand on Earth. So what that is a new product that we're looking to bring to Australia down the line that allows renters and apartments to take part in battery storage. And we're the leader in that market space. We've got thousands and thousands installed in Germany that are helping Germans save money every single day on their electricity bills, and we're hopeful that we'll be able to bring that product to Australia soon as well. Um, what you do find across all of our products is a very, very high customer satisfaction rating. And that's 99% positive feedback on Amazon. That is not something that is quite is faked or easy to fake in any way. It is a very real reflection of the quality of a product and how our customers feel about it. And some of those products come in different shapes and sizes. So I've already mentioned the mobile phone charging hardware, but a lot of you would already be familiar with Eufy, the home security system. So we've got over 1.1 million of those sold in Australia as it is. So that's something that you can mention to your customers and highlight to them that Anker is a brand that covers off across a lot of industries. You may already have some of that hardware in your house already. Soundcore is our headphone department. They make some of the best quality headphones on earth. Anker work. So if any of you have ever been in a boardroom with the speaker and the microphone in the middle of the table, that's what anchor work is. But this is a much higher level integrated system that enables you to have group calls that everyone can hear and speak clearly and be heard on. Anchor Make is one of the businesses that we look at, and that's 3D printing. And Nebula is actually a small projector that you can take camping, it plug and play, set up. It's really cool. I can't wait to actually get my hands on one myself. Some of the things that we feel are currently lacking and why we're so passionate about bringing the X1 to Australia is that we feel other manufacturers don't actually address some of these things in Australia. Firstly, traditional manufacturers don't integrate PV and energy storage all that well. It leads to a lot of mixed assets on the site and allows it means consumers are picky and from different brands they may not understand or know very well. And secondly, what we want to look at is that a lot of the traditional solutions aren't that reliable. Some brands that have been in Australia for a long time have started to see some very large failure rates across their fleet. And they don't serve well in cold and hot temperatures and in coastal regions close to the ocean. These are some of the points that we looked at in detail for our X1 product. Traditional solutions really don't maximize for energy use either. So before installation, battery modules need to be pre-charged to be at the same state of charge to avoid energy imbalance. When it's time to add another battery pack down the line, um, you have to. This causes a barrel effect and leads to a lot more energy loss. So, this is and finally, one of the most important things is we want things that are designed and come out of our factories to look good. A lot of hardware available in the market today is aesthetically unappealing and doesn't serve the customer in a way that it enhances their house very much. What we have in our designs is something that we're quite passionate about. There's not the additional hardware on site. There's no need for a gateway, increasing costs to the consumer. It is a nice, clean, simple install that the customer would be very happy with over time, particularly the Australian customer. For the Australian market, we're quite passionate about pushing the design element and really raising the game for the consumer. As you can see here, this is what I'm talking about. This is the Anker SOLIX X1. This enables a customer to see quite clearly the system as a whole. So what you're looking at there is a breakdown of the system. Let me just go back one slide, sorry. What you're seeing here is our screen. Across this is essentially what you've got a good idea of your daily solar generation, your grid connection status, your internet connection, your state of charge, and the consumption in the home. This screen gives a consumer a really clear picture of exactly how their system is functioning. So particularly if you've got a customer that is maybe someone that's not as reliant on their phone, there may be a baby boomer who isn't as tech savvy. A Anker SOLIX X1 installed in the garage that is in a visible location. They can walk past it each day and get a feel for how that system is performing. Is going to be a really comforting factor. Customers spend a lot of money on this hardware, and then it's just a box on the side of the house. They don't know sometimes if it's working or not unless they interact with their phone. This screen gives them that peace of mind that they can quick glance, get that information into their heads and go, okay, sweet. Things are rocking and rolling and I don't need to pull my phone out. I don't need to have to go to the app and actually look for the information. The information is presented to me. And the overall design of the X1, it is designed with simplicity in mind. You know, it's an all-in-one design that integrates the power module, the battery module, and the energy management system all in one. And this eliminates the need for any additional clunky products that will ruin the aesthetics of the hardware. One of the major selling points for the X1 is the actual size of the system. So when you're looking at your install, it's key to keep in mind that batteries are only going to get bigger and they're only going to take up more space. And space is a resource, space is a premium in Australian homes. The X1 is 15 centimeters thick. So, when you've got it installed in a garage, the actual amount of foot space that it takes up, into the usable space is minimal in comparison to our competition. It's actually 40% thinner than the industry average. So being 15 centimeters thick, it enables customers to get better utilization out of the space that they have. And you can imagine this down maybe the side of a house, a tight laneway. Installing one of our competitors may take up floor space, may make that laneway useless. If you've got the bins down the side of your house, or if you've got other things that you need to access there, um, having a ultra thin design with only 15 centimeters enables you to keep that space the usable space that it is. And I think that's a really key point that will drive home the Anker product for your customers in the future. We also actually have the widest thermal operating range in the industry. X1 is engineered to perform reliably during hot summers, providing up to 100% power output even at 55 degrees Celsius. X1's AC coupled module is made by aluminium casting and is optimized with heat dissipation built up the back of it, which results in a 32% increase in heat dissipation efficiency. So it's able to take on those Aussie summers quite handily and not have to worry about getting cooked. We've got a large number of installs overseas in some fairly hostile climates like northern Germany and in some states in America like Arizona and California that see extreme temperatures like what we can experience here in Australia. And those modules are performing extremely well and standing up to the conditions that are being presented with. One of the things that we're most proud of, and probably one of the strongest selling points of the X1, is that energy storage. Our X1 has undergone a rigorous 90-hour CAS test, which is far surpassing the industry standard. This achievement led the X1 to receiving an anti-corrosion rating of C5M. This is use of premium galvanized steel and nickel fasteners with specialized powder coating. The X1 is also built to stand strong against any extreme conditions or corrosion, even in coastal areas or island regions. So if you've got a customer base that is close to the ocean, the X1 is really the only option that they have to be installed in their home. Some of the testing videos that you see online that we've done are incredibly impressive, and I'm happy to share them with anyone after this. And what we are super proud of is how well they perform in those conditions. The lack of corrosion over time is going to be key for the system performance and for that customer satisfaction. This is not a point that I would treat lightly, and it is a hammer blow when you are speaking to customers to bring them around in comparison to a competitor's quote. The main feature of this parallel battery architecture is the innovative energy optimizer. Each battery module contains one allowing independent charging and discharging. This advancement also allows for adaptive power balancing, avoiding energy loss caused by the barrel effect. This is when there's a difference in the state of charge and the state of health amongst the battery packs. With the innovative energy optimizer, X1 can provide over 2,000 kilowatt hours of energy. So this enables the battery to have a really healthy, long lifespan for all consumers. Our hybrid inverters support a PV output and input equivalent to twice the inverter's rated power. So if you've got a 10 kilowatt inverter, you could put on 20 kilowatts of PV. Unlike other competitors who can only support up to 1.6, this means that we can connect larger solar systems, moreover. So if you're doing maybe a 12, you could do a 24, and 12 kilowatts DC power to charge the batteries. And then you would also have 12 kilowatts of AC to supply the home. So you're able to do both at the same time, achieving a simultaneously charging and powering the supply without compromise. We have achieved double the input and double the output. This is a huge point to make sure that you're taking advantage of the STCs and the federal battery rebate. The X1 is also a solution that's custom tailored to Australian market, providing the ideal backup solution for Australia. With the X1, you no longer need to install a bulky backup gateway at your home. The X1 power module integrates both on and off-grid posts, making installation time more efficient and time and cost effective without massive work around rewiring and getting the house all set up for it. You never have to lose an important file or stop the oven working. The X1 instantly detects power outages and switches to backup power within 10 milliseconds. So you're able to enjoy the smooth and seamless connection to keep life powered on and no matter what. So you're going to have uninterrupted power throughout whatever you're doing. Your TV, you're sitting there, you're watching the cricket, you're all good. When customers aren't at home and can't see their battery screen, or when they've got their phone in front of them, they can still manage their power with the intuitive Anker app. The app received a UX Design Award, proving our commitment to providing users with top-tier interactive solutions. On a single page, users can calculate energy statistics for the day, week, month, year. They can also see the impact they have on the environment with carbon footprint measurements. I've used most of the apps in the industry, and Anker's so far is by far and away the most simple, clean, and pleasurable to use. I've got one myself. We've got our EV charging product coming shortly. So next month, the product will be released and we'll be able to give you all a bit more information about it. But here's an early look at our EV charger. As you can see, design follows through from the X1 to our charger. It's a nice looking unit with both single and three-phase available. Max charge, you can do green charging, scheduler charging, you can do a rapid charge, you can do dynamic charging. We want to give our customers all the tools that they need to get the most out of the system that they've invested in. So we've got some upcoming sessions, and what we want to address over the coming weeks is several things. So we're able to look at the AC coupled and hybrid breakdown next week. So we'll go through some of the technical things for that. And then we're going to look at prepping for your install. What do you need? How to install the X1 the following week. The Cheaper Homes Battery Program, everyone's favorite topic at this point in time. So the federal battery rebate, what to do and how to take advantage of that. July 2, we're going to address the commissioning side of things. July 9, we're going to be managing and maintaining the X1. 16 will be troubleshooting. 23rd of July, battery sizing for Australian homes. And the 30th of July, we're going to address VPPs and DNSPs. So we're going to walk through all things X1 over the coming couple of months to enable you to get a better understanding of how it is Anker is working with you guys in the industry. And we're working with our partners to better cement ourselves as part of the makeup. Um, Now, I just want to take a look and see if anyone's got any questions. So what I have done is I've disabled the chat function, but I've got the ability to answer some questions that can be typed in. So if anyone does have anything at the moment, we don't have any questions so far, which is great. But I'll give that a couple of minutes to sync to see if anyone wants to ask anything. So in terms of VPPs, we'll get into that a little bit later, but what we're looking at the moment is effectively we are finalizing our integration with Evergen. So Evergen is a third-party provider that provides their aggregation services to energy retailers like AGL, Origin, and others. So we're nearly finished with Evergen. And we're opening the development round with Amber shortly. The only hold up there is that Amber do their integrations in-house, and we've got to work with them to get that ball rolling. So, in terms of VPPs, we will have all the major ones covered shortly. Anyone's got any other questions? Feel free to shoot them out now. No worries, guys. Well, thank you very much for coming today. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. And by the way, please don't forget we do have our Facebook groups, so for consumers and for installers. So feel free to jump on there and share your installs that you're doing, share your learnings and your thoughts, and help us drive this forward. Thank you all.